Blackroot Wood, where the moon grows thin, the pines lean close and the dark draws in. Each road runs strange, each ember fades, and names lie still beneath the shades. They whisper low in the border inns of a forest old as the first of sins, wild and ancient beyond all hands, older than kings and older than lands. Moss climbs slow on the chapel stone, ravens nest where the paths have flown. Few souls wander beneath that veil, without a prayer gone weak and pale. The branches listen before the feet, they learn the humble, the harsh, the fleet. They hear the hunter's measured stride, the weary plea a heart would hide. And somewhere deep where the stream runs pale, where roots twist black through fern and shale, a silent watcher lifts his head, where moonlight stains the needles red. If your heart walks clean through the dark, if your hands bring peace to branch and bark, he moves like moonlight through the trees, white as a vow on the midnight breeze. Follow the silence, follow the gleam, follow the shade through root and stream. For Blackroot feels what the tongue conceals, and the white wolf walks where the lost one kneels. One winter night a tattered man came half alive through frost and span. His horse lay gone, his map lay torn, his face held grief, his coat lay worn. He spoke with neither pride nor blame, he fed the dark with neither flame. He asked the night through shaking breath for one more rood for life from death. Then through the firs came drifting light, a pale shape carved from sacred night. The white wolf stood by a fallen pine, with moon on fur like a silver sign. He gave zero touch, he gave zero sound, he turned and traced the frozen ground, and left bright prints for aching feet to follow through the hush complete. Through thorn and hollow, stone and creek, past cliffs too steep for dawn to seek, past marsh that bulled boot and bone, past circles where dead leaves had grown. The traveler followed through mist and briar, too cold for song, too spent for fire, until pale grey reached through the day, and open land received the way. Yet crueler feet still sought that shade, for hunger, greed and spoiling raid, with iron traps and torch in hand, to scar the fern and seize the land. Some came for pelts, some came for pride, some came to strip the woods inside. Some laughed aloud where old roots bent, as though the forest begged for rent. 3 such men crossed by the moon's cold horn, with hooks and blades and hunting horn. They carved young bark for blazing brands, and swore their will across the land. They found the prince in soaking clay and grinned as night grew hard and grey. White fur once said, "We'll fetch a king." The silence tightened at the thing. A beast stayed veiled, each branch stayed still, and all held fast above the hill. The waiting gloom grew deep and vast, as though the forest held them fast. Their torches hissed and air gone still, their laughter thinned against their will. Each path they chose bent back through shade, and every turn their courage flayed. If your heart walks clean through the dark, if your hands bring peace to branch and bark, he moves like moonlight through the trees, white as a vow on the midnight breeze. Yet should you come with a grasping flame, with smoking soul and spoiling aim, then Blackroot closes, roots run deep, when the white wolf calls and the shadows leap. First came the eyes through cedar mist, then came the sound each tyrant feared. A low fang, a forest cord, a boundary struck like a silent sword. One shape ahead on the narrow lane, still white and calm through silver rain. 3 dark forms gliding side by side, through fern and bracken, low and wide.
The leader froze where the firelight shook, and felt the forest turn and look. A bargain died within that stare.
A plea fell weak in moonlit air.
That wolf read deeper than trembling speech,
Past every lie a mouth could reach,
and every branch
seemed lean to hear, as cruel men learn the shape of fear.
If your heart bears peace through moonlit cold, he leads you out as old songs told. A breath, a shadow, a silver guide, with dawn awaiting the farther side. Yet if you carry the spark to scar
the root, the den, the things that are,
then pray for mercy, thin and black.
When the white wolf of Blackroot Wood walks back, he wears a crown of frost and wood. He keeps the law of field and root. Some walk with morning shaken good, some feed the hush of Blackroot Wood.